Hey guys, we all know about melanin that's in the skin. It protects us from the sun and it does other things that we are not even aware of, such as prolonged exposure to the sun can give us skin cancer, and melanin protects us from getting that skin cancer. So when I heard Jane Elliott talking about the same issue, melanin, I had to pause and take note on what she was saying. She said, white people need black people in order to survive, in order to continue their legacy, generations to come. They need black people to get melanin into their offspring. I didn't say it, she said it. If I had said it, I would have been labeled a racist. Now she said it. What is she being labeled as? Because we all know Jane Elliott is a white woman. Anyway, this is what she said.
More sunlight is allowed to enter our environment, and more people who have pale faces are going to die of melanoma, which is a skin cancer that you get if you don't have enough melanin in your skin. Let me tell you, people of color are going to be very much in demand for reproduction in the future. And mark my words, you're laughing now, but you wait 20 years. You won't even have to wait 20 years, because they're going to see that if they want their children, their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren to survive, they're going to have some melanin in their skin. That's the way it's going to be. This is going to take care of itself.
So guys, what do you guys think about that statement? It's very profound. What do you guys think? I think we're already seeing that happening. Look how many mixed kids there are already. And I'm wondering to myself, is it by design? Is it deliberate? Are people falling in love? Some of them falling in love and having children with these black men? Or are these white women doing it deliberately? Do they have an agenda to use the black man's sperm to procreate and to pass on that melanin into their children in order for them to survive in the future through their legacy? Because according to Miss Jane Elliott, white folks are not going to be existing in the future because of the lack of melanin. And if they want to survive through their children, that's how it's going to be. They're going to have melanin in their children's skin in order for that legacy to continue, their name to continue. Now, a lot of people laughed at that statement. Even the person who was interviewing her was laughing. And she said, laugh now if you want to, but you're going to see in less than 20 years, it's going to come to be. But we don't even have to wait for 20 years or over 20 years. We're seeing it now. I'm looking at the Kardashians, for instance. All of them girls running to have black men. I don't know if it's by design. Are they falling in love with these black men naturally? Or do they want to deliberately have that melanated children so their future generations can survive? Or does it really matter? It doesn't matter if you're blue, brown, white, red, yellow, purple, or the green. I think all of us will survive. But I think in terms of a better survival rate, it would be black people because of the melanated skin. So our odds of survival is better. But that's not to say that other groups of people are not going to survive. I don't believe that. But Jane Elliott is not the only white woman who believes this. Randomly, another white woman was asked on the street. She was asked this question by New African GH News. Why she likes black men. She didn't say, well, it's because of their swag. She didn't say because they are so beautiful. But this is what she said.
Black guys or white guys?
Black guys.
Okay, can you elaborate as to why specifically black guys?
Yes, black guys are melanated, and I want my children to survive. And I know that the only way for them to survive in the future is for them to have melanin in their skin. So that's a way for me to, make
I like that answer. That's actually a really unique answer.
Now, this was a white young woman who was randomly pulled off the streets and asked that question. Now, if she is thinking this way, I'm wondering how many other young white women are thinking the same way. Is that why white women now want all these black men? I was wondering for a long time. It seems to be like overnight there's a switch in a white woman's mind that she must procreate with a black man. And I was saying to myself, oh my God, there's so much love going on for black men these days. Back in the 60s and 70s, it wasn't like that. But now all these white women want these black men. And I'm now thinking, after hearing Miss Jane Elliott, I'm saying to myself, is this an agenda? Is this how white people are thinking these days? And if that's the case, then it opens up a whole new conversation. First, we were needed to build your railroads, your countries, and get all the minerals out of the earth, the ground, so you can sustain all Europe and build your countries. And now, in order for your legacy to continue, you still need us. You need our DNA, our melanin to continue your generations to come. Where does the exploitation stop? Now, that's me thinking in a very clinical sense, very clinical manner, to dissect what's going on with all of these statements that I'm hearing from this young woman as well as Miss Jane Elliott. And so I start to think, if I go out there and interview a few white folks, I'm wondering if they would tell me the same thing. And then we would really have a whole different conversation on race and agenda of white people in 2023. Or is this a conspiracy theory? I thought it was a conspiracy theory coming out of Jane Elliott's mouth until I heard this young woman saying the same thing. A random young woman off the street was asked the question, why does she like black men so much? And she point blank said, without hesitation, she loves the black man because of the melanin that she wishes to pass on to her children for survival of her legacy, because when she's dead and gone, and white folks are dying out in groves because of lack of melanin, because they don't have that protection from the sun, that her children will survive and she will have a legacy through them. So to me, it was very calculating. She didn't say because I love the black man. She said because I need that melanin to pass on to my children. Kind of reminds me of that movie Get Out, where black people were needed because of their bodies. They would do the switch of the brain into a black person's body. That kind of reminds me of that a little bit, where black people are needed for the melanin. I don't love you, but I just need your melanin to pass on to my kids. So let's get it on. Let's hear what she had to say again. I don't want to paraphrase.
Black guys or white guys?
Black guys.
Okay, can you elaborate as to why specifically black guys?
Yes, black guys are melanated, and I want my children to survive. And I know that the only way for them to survive in the future is for them to have melanin in their skin. So that's the way for me to, make my legacy continue.
Okay, I like that answer. That's actually a really unique answer.
So there you have it, folks. It was a very honest answer, but it opened up a whole new level of conversation. I want you guys to drop it in the comment. What do you guys feel about this? What are you thinking? It just sounds to me like a big, great secret that was supposed to be kept a secret, but this young woman just belted out what the real agenda is for white folks. That's why we're seeing all these brown babies, all these mixed children. They're hooking up with all these black men. Was that the biggest secret that we were not supposed to be previewed to? Drop it in the comment section. Let me know what you think, guys. This sounds like some scientific shit that I was not even ready for. Anyway, YouTubers, I'm over now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and to this video. Thank you for watching.